However, he fails in this endeavor and you crush those whisperings and you get into your salah, he doesn't give up. He goes for the second best line of attack, which is what? Delay your salah. And that is why a lot of people, they don't remember the last time they prayed Fajr when it was still dark outside. If and when they pray it, it's only when the sun is halfway up the sky. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. He will say, delay it. Snooze it. It's okay, you have time. Combine it. So if you insist to pray, he will try his second best line of attack, which is delay, delay, delay. If, however, you pray your salah on time and you crush him a second time, he will go for his third line of attack. He doesn't give up. And that is what? Al-waswasa, to whisper. He will stand next to you and he will remind you of things that you had completely forgotten about. And you will find that your mind has become such a problem-solving brain in salah, and you're now discussing, remembering solutions to problems that have passed a long time ago, and you start recalling things that you had completely forgotten about. That is shaitan. If he cannot stop you from praying, he will minimally detract from the reward by distracting you. And that is why Imam Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he said in his book Talbisu Iblis, he said, إن العبد إذا قام يصلي غار الشيطان منه فإنه قد قام في أعظم مقام وأقربه إلى الله وأشده وأغيظه على الشيطان فهو يجتهد ويحرص على أن لا يقيمه فيه. He said, when a person stands up to pray before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan is overcome with a huge amount of jealousy. Because you, Ibn al-Qayyim, he said, you have just now stood in the greatest of all stations before Allah and the nearest that you can be before Him. And it is the station that causes shaitan most pain and most anger. And so he endeavors to ruin that standing before yourself, before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so he endeavors to ruin your standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It bothers him. It reminds him of a traumatic past. It reminds him of his fate and future. It reminds him of his arrogance. And so it bothers him to see you in salah. This is the most transformational act that a Muslim can do in his life, to say Allahu Akbar and stand in salah. And so jealousy overcomes him and he begins to try to remind you of things throughout the day to detract from your reward. And so you are to remember, my brother, my sister, that when you are now beginning your salah, imagine that your wage for that salah, figuratively speaking, has been placed in front of you. Your full wage is right there on the table. And you need to hold on for just 10 minutes or so during your salah. And if you manage to pray a salah with khushu', attentiveness and humility, you will pocket every penny of that wage. But be careful. You need to be on guard. You need to be vigilant, because there is a thief. Every time you get caught slipping, you get caught nodding off, you get caught looking around with your eyes or with your heart, shaitan has stolen some of that wage. And that is why by the time you finish your salah, some people will pocket the full wage, some people will pocket only half the wage, some people will come back with a third, a quarter, and some people will go with no reward of the salah.